As marketing people, we have been duped. We've come to believe in a lie that distorts all of our messages and causes us to miss the mark with the very people that we want to connect with. Marketing programs at major universities and well-established principles of advertising have participated in our undoing. Frequency, recency, reach. This is the language of marketing, and it is ineffective. We believe our job is to communicate a message, to persuade, to target an audience. Nameless, faceless, amorphous stick figures that we aggregate in huge lists. This has been the guiding principle of marketing for the last 100 years, but no more. Social media and content marketing have forever changed the game. We no longer appeal to the masses. Are you ready to connect with an audience of one? Now, I'm not making a comparison between salespeople and school children. Let me be clear on that. But I do think that we can learn as marketers from these two groups. Maybe better said, I think we can unlearn what marketing has taught us so that we can be much more effective in our roles. Salespeople really don't want to connect with massive lists of people. They want to connect with the one person who is a decision maker. They want this person to have appropriate budget, a reason to take action, a need for which their products and services are a good fit, a desire to learn more about products and services, a willingness to engage in serious dialogue, and a timeline to get a decision made either by their signature or by a team. Salespeople know that if they can build a relationship with this person, they'll realize a favorable outcome. To build that relationship, the best salespeople know that they can't rely on a pitch about their company and why it's great. They have to bring some ideas, some insights, some strategies to the table that will help the prospective client achieve their goals. The best salespeople know that they need to be ready to communicate on a one-to-one level with real, honest-to-goodness human beings. School children know this too. If you watch kids on a playground the way I have, you'll see this most fascinating thing happen. Children can approach nearly any game and just start playing with whoever's there. But pretty soon, they'll start to buddy up with one or two kids. They'll become pals, and one of the first things you'll hear them do is ask this question, "Hey, what's your name?" And then out of the dozens of children that might be on that playground, they'll want to play with their pals, the ones they know. They'll call out their names at the top of their lungs in complete and utter glee. I'm sure you've seen this. It's just human nature. We want to play with those we know and like. An audience is not a person. An audience does not have a name. When we first get into marketing, we're forced to unlearn all of those lessons that have guided our relationships for years, even the joy of yelling out our pal's name on the playground. We're told to think of audiences, not people. Well, people have names, histories, families, biases, opinions, goals, and dreams. Audiences have characteristics, demographics, and psychographics. Audiences do not buy products and services. People do. The conventional wisdom that has guided marketing for the last 100 years, the social scientific principle of sameness, has failed us. It goes against the very fabric of what we know to be true about relationship building. People want to connect with people. People now connect with people through social media networks. It is highly inappropriate, though, to think of these as target audiences. That is imposing an old school paradigm on a technological innovation that is driven by the deeply human desire to connect. Like children on the playground discovering new friends because they love the same game, people in social networks connect because they share a fascination, a passion even, for something they hold in common. If you approach these networks on the assumption that they are target audiences, you will never connect with people. You'll miss the opportunity. Yes, people within that network will have budget and may even need your products and services. But if you don't connect with them person to person, one-on-one, you'll miss the mark. This requires marketers to take a completely different perspective. We've been taught to think of ourselves first, our company, our goals, our sales quotas, our careers. Well, this will no longer work. In the age of content marketing glut, the pitch is dead. If your orientation to an audience is to tell them why you're great and why they should do business with you, don't expect deep connections. Don't expect to become a trusted advisor that other people within that network admire and even quote. Now we must think of the one first, the one person we really want to connect with. Create a picture in your mind of that one person who you really want to serve. And ask yourself this all-important question: what do they care about? This is the starting point for building rock-solid relationships. This is what social media, and LinkedIn in particular, now allows for. I recommend that you think back over the last 10 years or so about the clients you've served. Who among them was ideal for you and your firm? What made them ideal? What kind of impact did you have on them? How did the relationship feel? What was it like to serve them? What was the client's name? Use this to build a vision for your audience of one. And now take this next step. Ask yourself what goals they were trying to achieve, what opportunities excited their imagination, what challenges frustrated them. Make a list of these and you have the starting point for a great lead nurturing program that can help you and your team members connect with the right people. To help you do this, I've developed a short webinar called Nurture Leads to Fill Your Sales Funnel: How Professional Service Firms Can Realize Consistent, Predictable Growth. This 22-minute on-demand webinar outlines the 7 key steps you need to take to connect with your audience of one.